Well, you know, like when I was growing up, I was always taught to do my best. And if you do your best, it'll pay off in the end, right? So those are just simple little teachings like that will help out, right? Or, you know, like just to remind you somebody's watching you. No matter what you're doing, you're always being watched, right? So carry yourself in a good way. So little things like that to pass on in the next generation so we could lift ourselves up.
Well, its biggest strength is that it embraces the values of our people, again, it embraces our cultural values of working together and supporting one another and being open as a family to discuss things. That's one of our greatest strengths.
Well, when we were living in Vernon, I didn't mind living out the reserve. We had a house in Vernon, but we rented it out. But when we got Junior here with special needs, we start calling down here for him. So when he grows up, this is his house, eh? Because his wheelchair, everything's possession for him, what he could do. I come back home, but we fought for a house for about 3 years, I think, or less. I encourage him to come back home, come back to our communities, to learn our culture again, because we were losing it. But some of us are getting back into it. It's hard. It's hard leaving wherever you are, because you got family here to come back to, but you're off reserve to leave all these friends you knew, say bye to them, see them again sometime in the years coming, I don't know. But I agreed to come home to learn all this. I'm slowly getting back into the culture, but it's taking me time. But I want to learn more.
And that's what he always talked to us about. There are people who make it happen, and there are people who wonder what happened. And he made it happen, though, for all of us. And not just him, but the generation of leaders. It was a very difficult time. And a lot of changes were taking place. But in a lot of cases, a lot of stuff that we enjoy today were because of those leaders coming together. And I think that our women are really the strength of our community. When it comes down to it, they're the ones that have, in many ways, the most at stake, because they're the child bearers, they're the ones who nurture our children, so they have a lot at stake in our community development, and they'll be the greatest strength to make it happen.
And we have one staff person that has come on, and he's taken over Vanessa's teaching. I was there in education when he was in the preschool, when he was taking the language in the preschool, and now he graduated and he took the language from kindergarten, the preschool, up to Carson Graham, and now he's fluent in the language, and that's it makes me proud, right? Proud in my heart to see that these children are learning, right? And now we have a school that we have grade 1, the new school, Humboldt, and they are teaching it there, and it's just a wonderful feeling, and knowing that these children will be learning their language and culture here in our own community.
Well, we are the next generation, so we need to take some of that teachings with us to help pass it on. And how to help pass that on is to be a community and to be able to help one another and pass on our teachings. So we want to be able to help the young people, and because they're going to need to help out too when they get older.